It's a love story. There's a science fiction conceit to it that gives it an original tone, but it's not the first and foremost thing about the film. I think the science fiction really creates a metaphor to deal with some of the bigger themes that the film's about. If people come expecting to see a science fiction film, I think they might be disappointed. It's a much more emotional love story experience, I think.
I read the book when it came out, yeah, because I was a bit of a Ishiguro geek, so I read the book in 2005 and I loved it, and I always wanted to play Kathy, and I knew that they would make a film eventually, and I was so thrilled that they kind of brought the age down a little bit, and when it all came together, it was sort of a dream job.
Did you kind of meet up with Carey as well beforehand to kind of get a grip on the character and stuff?
Yeah, we had a whole week of rehearsals where Carey, Keira and Andrew and Charlie, Ella and me were all just rehearsing and doing different scenes and playing games. We went to Ham House and played sardines. It was so fun.
You're kind of like the mini Keira basically. So did you watch many of her films? Or meet her beforehand?
No, I mean, I saw her for a few days for the bonding sessions before filming actually started, and she was really nice. We basically just had a laugh and played loads of games and, just messed around. So it was really nice just to talk to her and, get to know Keira rather than Keira Knightley, if you know what I mean.
Your character's she kind of becomes a bit mean in the end and a bit devious.
She's horrible.
Yeah. Did you understand where she was coming from? Like her
Yeah, it was my job to understand where she's coming from, and that was what was challenging about it. Was when I first, I've got pen on my hand. Sorry, when I first read the script, I thought I don't know who this is. She's very difficult, but that's what's wonderful about it and challenging and exciting.
I think a lot of what we were saying, what was coming in common, was that Ruth is pretty much just a girl driven by fear. Everything she does is because she doesn't want to be the last one out. She doesn't want to be left out. She doesn't want the attention to be off her, so she does everything she can to get the attention back on her.
There's quite a lot of emotional trauma in this film. How did you guys cope when you switched off basically cameras?
I think it was actually, we went the other way. We went straight into feeling very happy and kind of joyous and buoyant because, we all have a lot of trauma in us, and I think as soon as you express that, once it's out, it's kind of been released, and then you can go on about your day with a little bit more lightness and a little bit more joy. So I think that was definitely what happened.
Well, it's deeply moving. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Kazuo's books, and I was very moved by it, and I also felt it had an extremely original tone that might result in a film that would be a new experience for audiences, and that's the perfect combination, really.
He's great. He's sort of very visual and very good at giving you space to do your thing. He created a perfect environment for us in terms of the tone and also how the film felt. Like we walked into the set and that was the world of the film, and then he just let us play, and then he made the choices afterwards. So we had a lot of freedom.